Ooh, okay, so we are live. Yes, and audio is finally recorded. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a episode of the Everything About Everything Sports podcast. We finally have audio. It's been a while, and we thought we recorded the week before, but we didn't.
Yeah, we recorded for about 9 minutes before we were like, oh, okay, it's not working.
Yeah. A lot of things in football, at least, that we should talk about.
Tua is the first thing that comes to mind since we last recorded.
Yeah, we are a little bit behind, but Tua, what was it? Skylar Thompson played today, right?
Yeah.
Because Tua has had his fourth concussion in like 2 years.
Yeah. Third, major one. The one.
And this is just talking about pros, because he had one or two in Alabama as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, because that was the thing when he had the first one. It's like, okay, he's had one that's his third. So, I mean, guys have had more than that, but usually 3 is when you start to watch out.
Yeah, especially when they're diagnosed and everything.
Right.
Yeah. Obviously, he's a football player, so he's not going to listen.
Yeah, no.
But I don't know, if I was in that position and I was like, because now you got to actually think about CTE.
Yeah. CTE.
We're not laughing at Tua. We're laughing at the sheer stupidity that I just saw.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's funny.
But not Tua.
No. Yeah. Not Tua. What happened to Tua? Yeah, that's dangerous. Especially the way the last concussion happened too.
Yeah.
Where you see him sit on the ground. He's obviously in discomfort. Let's just say that. Yeah. It did not look great.
And ironically, it was DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, it was DeMar Hamlin who made the tackle, which is, I mean, it's good to see that he's still playing and shit.
Yeah.
So
to be honest, it didn't really look like it was a hard hit.
No, it did. If you slowed it down, Tua led with his head and he crunched his neck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if it was from the angle of the broadcast, if it was a different angle they're showing the replay, but if you watch the replay, he gets bent up pretty well. It's his face mask is in his shoulder pad. It doesn't look pretty.
Well, I saw the slow-mo, I was like, well, at least DeMar didn't look like he laid the fucking hammer. It looked like DeMar hit him like a normal play.
No, it was a normal looking hit. It wasn't a fast hit. It was just the way that he got hit and the way that his neck bent and stuff like that. It didn't look nice.
Yeah. Well, that's that. They lost today as well.
They did. Do you know who else lost today? Las Vegas Raiders.
I did see that. You want to know why?
What?
Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket.
Andy Dalton. Devontae Adams. Not very happy over there.
Wonder why?
Yeah, no, because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what the Raiders did last week?
Oh, Minshew's the quarterback.
Yeah, Minshew.
NFL scores.
It was 21-7. Games for week
3. So week 3. Week 2 was kind of surprising too. The NFL has been crazy.
Yeah, week 2, Arizona beat LA, who the Lions had beat, and now the Lions go beat them.
Yeah. Literally, it's true what they say. In the NFL, literally anybody can win.
Yeah, that principle of any given Sunday.
Yeah. Especially when the Broncos beat the Buccaneers 26-7.
Yeah, I did see that too. That was nuts.
Yeah. We knew the Bears suck. That's not surprising. What is surprising, how close the Eagles-Saints game was.
The Saints have been playing very bad.
I know the Saints
pretty good.
The Saints are surprising. What was it? I'm trying. Other very surprising one. The Vikings, 34-7.
Really? Oh, that was Thursday?
No,
Or was that last night?
No, they played today against the Texans.
Maybe it was something I saw on TV that they were like
NFL scores. They also destroyed the 49ers last week.
Yeah, I did see that.
Mm.
I think now there's only 4 undefeated teams in the NFL now. There's a couple of them lost this week, I'm pretty sure.
Chiefs, I believe, are undefeated.
Yeah, I think it's Chiefs, Bills.
The Chiefs just won 22-17.
Oh yeah.
The Lions had a close game. You know,
we did. We had a. I mean, it was a close game in a sense that like there were things that we did wrong, but then things that we did to correct what we had done wrong.
Yeah.
So there were like not things, but like opportunities to correct it. We capitalized on those opportunities.
I will say our defense did show up a lot because of a lot of the reasons why we won is the 4th down stops consistently.
Yeah.
Carlton Davis laying himself out on the line. I will say we have a lot. I don't know what was happening. Literally every single time, it would seem like every single series, at least 1 to 2 Lions players would just go down.
No, yeah,
I'm like,
towards the end of the game.
I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, Laporta was carted off, or not carted off, but carted back to the locker room from the sideline.
Yeah.
Aleem McNeil went down. Who else? I think it was Malcolm Rodriguez, Terrion Arnold.
Yeah.
Terrion Arnold also had a couple of stupid penalties today, too.
He's the most penalized TP.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah.
A lot of that's rookie pains.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, and then you have Brian Branch running around, too, who looks like a veteran out there. He's taking a step this year.
Yeah. It was, I didn't, obviously I'm biased, but I didn't agree with some of the calls that were thrown today.
No, yeah, and then one of them got called back. Dan Campbell challenged the first down call.
Yeah, that's one time. Yeah, that
blatantly wrong. At least I thought so.
It wasn't blatant. It was close, especially because Kyler was so fast.
Yeah, I mean,
but his hip was down.
Yeah,
so
you could tell if you watched it in full game speed. But it was, I don't know. It was just it seemed obvious for me. Maybe I was just like paying too close attention, and I just happened to see it.
Yeah, but you know, a win's a win.
No, yeah, definitely. Speaking of win, Michigan yesterday pulling off. I honestly didn't think we were going to do that yesterday.
I was scared the whole entire day. Oh, Madonna news. Real quick, we lost 55-13. I got some PT though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was rough. We game planned for a totally different game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what? We were expecting them to throw a lot of outside shit, which they did.
Yeah.
But we weren't expecting them to run as much as they did.
Oh, okay.
And they would run, and then it was just not great. But back to Michigan news. We need to just burn the quarterback room.
Yeah. I mean, Orgy looked better today, but...
Do you know how many pass attempts he threw?
It was like single digits, I think.
It was 12. He was 7 for 12.
Oh, that's probably what I saw. Completion
for 38 yards.
That's fucking crazy. I don't understand. I mean, this
isn't the 1950s. You can't just rely on a running back.
No, I mean, you have Davis Warren. You have injury, Davis Warren or Alex Orgy, and pick your poison. Guy who can't throw the ball and can't run. Guy who maybe can run but will keep the ball too often and doesn't know how to throw.
That game, I didn't get to see the first half. I saw the second half though, and I was shitting myself.
I turned it on, I think, maybe 5 minutes into the first quarter, and I was furious. I was surprised by the score, but the more I watched, I was like, how am I watching the right game?
Yeah.
Because, the score did not reflect how Michigan looked on the field.
Yeah, no.
At all. Even against Arkansas State, too.
Yeah, but that's because Davis Warren threw 3 picks to a team that had no business. Now, granted, they scored all their points when our fourth string was in, but still, we had to bench Warren, I think it was the second quarter, or first quarter, because he threw 3 interceptions.
That's unacceptable.
You are the starting quarterback for the University of Michigan. What the hell are we doing?
Not anymore.
Well, all right, Orgy, you're the starting quarterback for the University of Michigan. What do you do as a quarterback? You throw the fucking ball.
Well, I mean, to his defense, though, Michigan has always not always, but most of the time been a running team.
Okay, there's 70% run, but you have no business throwing the ball only 12 times a game.
No, yeah, I mean, but would you rather him throw the ball and throw an interception? Sure. Or would you rather Davis Warren go in there and throw just as many interceptions and not have the ability to run the ball?
Who's our freshman quarterback?
That Tuttle kid, I think.
We should play him.
I think he's hurt.
Fuck.
Yeah. I think that's why we haven't played him, because he's hurt. Yeah.
God damn it. I'm scared. Well, I will say USC was ranked number 11. They are a good team.
They are a good team. Yeah, I mean, they're a division rival. Well, now a division rival. And, I mean, that was one of the question marks we had in the schedule, too, was how are we going to do against USC? And, I mean, I think we came out of it pretty well. I think Michigan has a lot of stuff to be happy about.
I think Kalel Mullins is him.
I think you may have to put him over Donovan Edwards now as your running back one.
Yeah. Didn't they both have, over 100 yards?
Yeah, I think Edwards had 90-something, but then Mullins had
he busted the 60-yarder.
Yeah.
That's what won us the game.
Well, and they had those 2 run-ins to the 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I think it was 2. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, those on top of that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was hoping I would have confidence going into Minnesota.
I still think Michigan's going to pull it out, but
I think it's going to be close again, especially because it's a rivalry game.
It's going to be like an Arkansas State type of game. Yeah. It's going to be a closer than it should be type of game. But I mean, you never know. Minnesota. There's been years where Minnesota's beat Michigan too in that game, and that's been our one loss going into Ohio State.
Yeah.
So it's nuts.
In other news, Texas looks unbelievable. Texas deserves to be number 1.
Yeah, after seeing how Texas has done post Michigan game, they are the number 1 team in the country, and it kind of reinforces.
There's no question.
Well, and it kind of reinforces how they did against Michigan. It's okay, I don't feel so bad getting smashed up by them.
Yeah. So. Honestly, I think we're the most points scored against them, and we had 12 points.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, because they had a shutout the first week. They had a shutout the second week, or after us.
Yeah.
And then they had...
And Arch Manning played the full game and full-on killed ULM.
And then I think they only let up a touchdown this week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we do have the most points scored against them. Which, I mean...
This is just a pity party, but yeah.
Well, so Michigan's 19 now. I feel like we're going to move up maybe to...
We were
13?
We were 18.
I think we were 19.
No.
I don't know, but whichever. I think we'll move up now to maybe 13 or 15.
I was thinking we would only move up 3. I think USC will be ranked up below us.
See, I was thinking we'd move up, that we'd be around maybe 13, 14, 15 ish.
Yeah, that's
and then USC would be just behind us.
Yeah.
Because we would be, so if USC's 15, we'd be 14.
Yeah, but Okies, there was a lot of teams ranked in front of us that lost too. Okie State lost. and they were ranked number 14.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking. I think that will. What you looking at?
No, just the jersey hanging in the back.
Oh,
The pink jersey. I was like, what the hell?
yeah. I think that's mine. It might be Jeremy's. I forget what number he wore.
I can't remember actually.
Um. So yeah, I agree with that. I don't think USC will fall that far.
No, like I was saying, like if Michigan's going to be number, let's say like they move up because you said a couple of teams lost. Let's say they go like 14, then USC will be either like right behind us or maybe even right in front of us still because we do have. I think USC is technically undefeated except for losing to us.
Yeah.
And then we have one loss prior to that game. So I feel like they may still put them in front.
But I'm thinking they're going to give prior Big Ten teams more leeway, probably. Because
I mean, I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't, but
you never know. The AP is so weird.
Yeah. If anything, they might lean towards the teams that have just come into the division because they're facing unknown opponents.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to look at the AP Top 25 as of right now. Because current AP polls will be out tomorrow. So Texas, Georgia, the team down south, Alabama, Tennessee. Oh, they already posted this.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yesterday was Saturday, so it'll be done. It'll be done this morning.
Texas, Georgia, the team down south, Alabama, Tennessee, full on not mollywopped, but kind of killed Oklahoma.
Who? Oh, Bama?
No, Tennessee.
Oh,
the score didn't reflect it, but just looking at the game, Tennessee is really good this year.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee's kind of like almost like a retooling year.
Oh, we went up 6. We're ranked 12.
Oh, dang, okay. Well, yeah, and then so USC is right behind us.
Yeah,
USC's 13, Michigan's 12.
Because a lot of people lost. So
Notre Dame's 16.
Okie State lost. Oklahoma lost. BYU's ranked in the top 25.
Yeah,
that's new. Boise State's in the top 25 too.
Yeah, I did see that. Northern Illinois wasn't it, but it looks like they got dropped.
Yeah, Illinois beat Nebraska.
I did see that.
I thought Nebraska was overrated.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think overrated is a little bit. I think they're getting they're better than they have been in previous years, but they're not. I wouldn't call them overrated.
I'll die on that sword. Missouri's fine. Honestly, I don't mind the top 11. It's not surprising whatsoever.
No, I mean, well, no, yeah, not really. I mean, everyone's undefeated in the top 11 except for Louisville, but Louisville hasn't really played anybody. And Illinois and Iowa State, they've only played Iowa and Nebraska so far, as far as I know. And then BYU, who they played.
I have no clue. Boise's only loss came to Oregon, and it was a shootout the whole entire time.
Yeah. So BYU beat Southern Illinois, SMU, Wyoming, and Kansas State.
All right, so they played absolute fucking nobody.
No. They played Kansas State, who's also in the top 25.
Oh, okay.
So and then
I thought you said Kansas.
And then Northern Illinois, who put down Notre Dame.
Yeah, and Notre Dame's back up to 16. I don't get that. I really don't.
I mean, every team has kind of their flub games. So I guess it could have been just like Michigan with Appalachian State one year, or Michigan with Army that one year. I think when Michigan lost to Army that one year, or almost lost to Army that one year, I think that was the first year we beat Ohio State. Or it could have been, maybe it was before that. It could have been a couple of years before that. But either way, I don't remember them being that bad in that year. I think that might have been one of their only 2 losses or something.
I'm also like thinking about who these teams have played. Like a lot of these like top tier teams right now.
I think Mizzou is overrated.
Who they played?
Vanderbilt, Boston College, Boston or Buffalo, and Murray State.
Yeah, see what I'm talking about with like a lot of these, you know, top 10 teams. I'm not saying all of them, but
Utah, they beat Oklahoma State, and that's really about it. They're another one that could be
like they're exactly like Penn State faced Kent State and killed them. I'm like they haven't really played anybody except Texas played us.
They played Virginia or West Virginia, sorry.
Okay,
but I mean it's
like Texas. Like Texas really only played like us, and that was it.
Yeah, like a lot of the looking at a lot of these teams.
Ohio State played Marshall.
Well, looking at a lot of these teams' prior schedules, like they didn't really play a whole lot. Like not just like the teams at the top, but like Miami, Oregon. Like they haven't played anybody yet. Like Oregon played Oregon State, Boise State, and barely pulled out that one. And then they have UCLA next, and then
the only one that like they truly killed with Oregon was Oregon State. Like that Civil War was like not even close.
I mean, yeah, but the game prior to that, they just barely.
That's what I'm saying.
Boise State, but I mean, yeah, but like Oregon State could suck, but like Boise State is a lot more is closer to them in terms of the ranking. Yeah. So like, who knows if they should even be that high?
Yeah. We'll have to see. There's going to be a lot. It's going to be interesting in the next couple of weeks to see what happens because Georgia almost lost to Kentucky.
Fucking
too.
That team down south played Akron, Western Michigan, Marshall. Fucking nobody. Get them out of there.
Exactly.
Get them out of there.
This is what I'm saying. Like Michigan has had USC and Texas.
Yeah. Yeah, like okay, so yeah, Texas A&M right here. They've played or Notre Dame. They lost, and then they played McNeese, which I didn't even know was a fucking team.
Yeah, that's in Louisiana.
Yeah, you could have. I never would have guessed that. And then they played Florida and beat Florida. Now that's like a decent, skilled team, Florida. And then they played Bowling Green, who Bowling Green gave who did Bowling Green play and almost beat
Penn State.
Yeah, so they gave them a run for their money. So.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying within the next week or two, the top 10 is gonna shamble a little bit because now we should be getting into conference play, like full-on conference play.
Yeah, well, yeah, this next game it's the end of non-conference. So I mean, but I don't know. So hold on, let's see who's playing around next week. So we have Oklahoma State, Kansas State. That could be a good one.
That is going to be a good
one. Michigan State, Ohio State, or Illinois and Penn State.
That's going to be a good one too. I honestly think Illinois is going to win.
Georgia and Bama.
Ooh,
that'll be good.
That's a good one.
Wisconsin and USC.
Yeah.
Kentucky and Ole Miss, Michigan and Michigan and Minnesota, Virginia Tech and Miami. And then
there's a lot of good matchups next week, huh?
Oregon and UCLA, which I mean, yeah, UCLA kind of blows.
Indiana's a buzzsaw too. I'm surprised they're not ranked.
I feel like they're another team that hasn't beaten anybody. I think they have a loss already.
Well, they beat the shit out of UCLA.
Yeah. I don't know how they fucking do that. I mean,
a lot of it's biased.
That's what's making me think that they're favoring the teams that have come into the conference as of late more than the teams that are already there. Because you just said it, UCLA, or what was it? Something about UCLA and Indiana not getting ranked above them, or like they're not like considered higher above them than they are because they pretty much played the same teams.
Yeah.
But Indiana has been considered like a buzzsaw, like you were saying. Like they're like, if you face them, you might not walk out of there with a win.
Yeah.
But UCLA is kind of like, oh yeah, it's UCLA, but we know they suck because they got smashed up. But they're still like higher in the poll,
Yeah.
which is weird.
I
Well,
will.
they're still high in the.
I will say it is sad to say I do have a second team. I've always had a second favorite college football team.
What?
Yep, second favorite.
What's your second favorite?
A lot of people are going to say that I'm a bandwagon, but I've always liked Tennessee.
Yeah. I don't know.
For me, it's a lot. It has a lot and a lot to do with the color wave.
The orange and white.
The orange and gunmetal gray, I think looks so sick. Their black jerseys look so sick. I know it's the stupidest reason ever, but it's also good SEC football.
I don't know. I don't think I've really ever had a second favorite college team. I think it's always been Michigan.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that I'm giving up on Michigan, but I'm saying that I have a second favorite team.
I don't think I've never considered that. I think there are other teams that I had rooted for because I had liked professional athletes who had gone to that school, and it's I remember one year when TCU was in the playoff. I wanted TCU to win because they were the only purple team, and I was like, it'd be cool to see a purple team win. So I wanted them to win, but that was the only reason. I'm not a fan of them, but I just wanted them to win. And Horned Frogs, it was the weirdest mascot out of the four of them too. So all right.
I get it. I've just always been a fan of Tennessee.
Now, professional sports, I definitely have second favorite professional sports teams, but obviously, given the chance, it's I don't know. With baseball too, baseball is different because I pick second favorite teams, but I don't really have a second favorite team. It's just always been the Tigers.
Yeah,
because I like the Red Sox a little bit. I like the Cubs a little bit. Braves. I used to like the Astros. I used to like the old red and gray jerseys, but fuck them. That's really it. Those are the only other teams that I've ever really liked. And the Marlins, I used to like the Marlins logo, but I haven't rooted for any. Never gotten any of those teams merchandise or anything like that. Whereas NHL teams and NFL teams, I have.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, I have for NFL. We've discussed this. Besides Detroit, I'm a Steelers fan.
Crazy. Absolutely insane. Psychotic. Mental work.
And then, and a lot of it's because of the players they picked up. I'm a big defensive guy.
Now, I will say some of my favorite players have played for or are currently playing for the Steelers. I like T.J. Watt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Troy Polamalu is one of my favorite players of all time.
Exactly. A lot of it has to deal with defense.
Yeah. Mean Joe Green, I always would hear stuff about him.
So. Other than, I don't like the Bumblebee jerseys they have, but I do think their jerseys are sick.
The helmets are kind of cool.
I also have a Steelers mug upstairs somewhere, unless it broke.
We have the Pittsburgh Steelers blanket up north, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Which, at this point, my dad's gotten, I think he's got one of every team through
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
And then my third favorite team would be the Eagles.
See, I can understand. The Eagles are pretty cool. For baseball, the Phillies, I don't mind either. So, I can understand that. But, for football, for me, my dad was always a Raiders fan, so I like the Raiders. And then, after them, it'd probably be Tom Brady with the Patriots or Miami Dolphins, or as of late, I've been kind of jumping on the Bills bandwagon. And I've just wanted them to succeed because the whole Four Falls of Buffalo thing and them not quite getting there as of late. So
it's a lot of back and forth. Kid Josh Allen actually not choking the playoffs.
And he's another reason too that I like the Bills too. Is because he's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. He's a great personality off the field too. So
yeah,
but
honestly, I do
can't get his team there.
I know, and he never went JUCO, but he did the exact same thing I was doing. I was emailing and texting every single coach I could.
And I like the Bills because of Keon Coleman.
Yeah.
Former Michigan State basketball player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Michigan State basketball, football, Florida State. Now, Florida State has fell off.
Yeah, Florida State jumped out of an airplane.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Boston College, showed up out of nowhere, too.
Boston College probably has that morale boost because of Johnny Gaudreau.
Yeah.
That could be a reason. Obviously,
And
rest in
what
peace,
was
Johnny Gaudreau.
what was his name? Jeff Halfley left.
Yeah. I think one of the longtime coaches retired. I think.
No, he went to the league.
No, I'm saying I think another one of the long time. I think it was the basketball coach or something like that retired. So they probably have a lot of different morale boosts.
Yeah. What else? Oh, speaking of baseball, you know how we had the conversation about how you didn't know if the Tigers were going to make it or not.
We are currently in a wild card
Exactly.
spot. And I haven't thought about this like all day. But yeah, you actually just reminded me about that. So today we won. We beat the Orioles 4-3. Carpenter came back. He had 2 home runs today. It was a bullpen game, which, fuck, I mean, if this is your average bullpen game, do it every game because like from when I looked at the box score, it looked like that the Orioles kind of had to scrounge for their like it was like base hits that drove in their runs. Or I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game.
Mm-hmm.
But and then the Tigers were getting theirs through like actual base hits, like moving guys over, hitting a single, and driving the guy in for a second, or just blasting a home run. So like they're getting runs more efficiently now. They're getting runs from all up and down the lineup now because you have guys like Parker Meadows who are flying in off of those hit singles from second.
It's crazy how when Javier Baez is the player we're doing well.
That's another thing too. You have someone actually competent playing shortstop. Either that's Trey Sweeney, or I think they've moved over Zach McKinstry and put Matt Vierling at third base.
Yeah,
and then they have was it Jace Young? Jace Young will play third. You have Sweeney at short, and then Colt Keith at second, and then Torkelson at first. That's your future already in the Tigers lineup, which is insane. And then you have Riley Green, Carpenter, and Meadows, and then Jake Rogers or Dylan Dingley. That all of those guys are like your future acquisition. And you have Justin Henry Malloy and then on deck in the DH spot.
You know what we were talking about at work? It was actually just recently. We were talking about this because I was like, I was like saying, hey, my friend is a bigger Tigers fan than me. I'll admit that. I don't watch baseball as much as people would want me to, aka you, probably. But I was like, yeah, he literally said on the podcast, he's like, he doesn't know. I was like, I was like, don't count him out just yet. I was like, we could, and we are doing it.
We're doing like it.
But apparently, like Miguel Cabrera had like an interview when he was like playing down in Venezuela. I don't know whether it was just for fun or if it was like for an actual sanctioned thing. They asked him, they're like, why are you playing so much better down here than up there in Michigan? Why can't you do that with the Tigers? He's like, it's purely based off it's not hot up here compared to down there.
Well, and yeah, too, and I mean the competition too, probably.
Yeah. Also, they could probably get away with some shady shit with like the ball.
Yeah, the regulations aren't as tight as they are in the MLB, I'm sure. But yeah, like that is one thing too because, what was it? I was actually just listening to the radio the other day, and then when they were playing the Orioles, they were saying that last year, Camden Yards, Orioles ballpark, was the most, or they had the most home runs hit in that ballpark than anywhere else in the MLB. I think it was like something like 200 home runs or something like that were hit in that ballpark by the Orioles. And or maybe it was all the teams because 200 seems like a lot for one baseball team. I don't know.
Really?
Oh yeah, like to hit 200 home runs, you have to almost hit a home run every single game. So like, I mean, actually, you do have Rutschman, Henderson.
Is this like
Kierstad, Santander?
Is this like in a year?
Yeah, but they were
That's
saying
not unrealistic though.
Whether whichever one it was like something like 280 something was the actual number, and then they were saying that I think it was that. I think it was the Orioles had hit 280 something home runs in their home ballpark, but they only hit 170 outside of their home ballpark. Which, I mean, it has to do with three things. One, the walls in Camden Yards haven't they're not as deep as other ballparks.
Yeah.
So I think the left field wall is only like I think it's like 220 something at the foul line, and then it like kind of juts out a little bit because they actually moved it back, and then it like comes across like normally like a normal outfield, and then it has like another like shorter wall, like it comes in again for center field,
Okay.
and it kind of wraps around right field, and the right field wall is even shorter than left field wall. So you have I forget what street I think it's Utah Street or something. Yeah, I think it's Utah Street that runs in the stadium of Camden Yards. So if you hit it over, like guys have hit a home run onto that street over the fence and just blast it like lefties have. And then you have the righties who would hit it out, and since it's hotter in Baltimore, since it's Washington, it's Virginia pretty much, they would hit it out there, and so it would carry, and since it's a shorter porch, automatically it would go out. So they pushed back the stands a little bit. But I was like, they were like, that's more than Coors. The Coors Field is Colorado Stadium. That's mile high. So that's like right away the altitude there is going to get you. So they have, I think, Rockies have higher fences, bigger outfield, further fences and stuff like that. But guys still crank home runs there.
Yeah.
But there were more home runs hit in that ballpark in a warmer climate than there were in a ballpark that is notorious for having more home runs hit there. Longer fly balls, more extra base hits, stuff like that.
It has to do with something with the leather. It has to.
What do you mean?
Like the leather of the ball, like in warm weather, it'll go farther.
No, it's just the humidity in the air.
Yeah.
Like the particles in the air.
I want science on that bitch. I want science.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
I want statistics.
Oh, well. I think, here, let me show how much farther. Farther.
Ah, yes. Father help.
Father who?
She said she was swole.
How much farther will a baseball fly in warm weather versus cold?
Ah, yes, the weather.
The weather. Warm weather. Warm air increases. Warm weather. Warm air is less dense than cold air. The molecules are spaced further apart. Thus, there's less drag on the flight of the baseball. This can add an extra 20 feet to the ball flight. So
science, bitch.
Yeah, so 20 feet, that can make the difference between a ball landing in the warning track versus going out.
That's plenty above average if you ask me.
Yeah, 20 is definitely above average. That's my baseball number. Where were we? Oh yeah, Tigers making the playoffs. So we're second in our division, which is crazy because we were just fourth in our division. Wait, no, yeah, that is crazy because it went Cleveland, Royals, Minnesota, us, Chicago. Now it's Cleveland, us, Kansas City, Minnesota, Chicago. So we've jumped 2 teams in 3 games. That's pretty impressive because I think the Royals lost, the Minnesota Twins absolutely gagged 2 games away from the Guardians, and then we went out and lost to the Royals one game. So when we had that game ahead of the Twins and we had lost, I'm pretty sure the Twins had won, so that kind of erased that one game, so it put us back where we were. But then the Twins, I think, lost and had a day off. And then the Royals, I think, lost and had a day off too. Since we won those 2 games yesterday and today, we've bumped up those 2 games. So I think the Twins have the same amount of games played as us, but the Royals have I think 1 or 2 less. So we still have to play a couple more games, but we're in a really good spot. Because we have Tampa Bay coming up at a homestand, and then we have Chicago White Sox. We have 6 games left. So
things are happening. I'm happy.
Yeah. I remember at the beginning of the year, I think it was when the Red Wings and the Pistons seasons were ending, and the Tigers season was just starting. They're like, "What team do you think is going to make the playoffs next?" And everyone was like, "Well, besides the Lions, because the Lions, they've been there last year." Probably the Red Wings, because the Red Wings are adding. They have new guys playing for new contracts and stuff like that. The team's moving in a positive direction. Never did I think it would be the Tigers. I thought the Tigers were going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, we thought
next year, the year after.
I'm pretty sure we were like Lions, Red Wings, Tigers, Pistons in like 50 years.
Yeah, Pistons when they moved back to Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another story. They're not even. I mean, I don't even
know anything.
Story. Yeah, no. I know that the one day me and my dad went to the stadium tour at Little Caesars Arena. I think the Pistons were doing a pre-training camp or something like that there. Or it was like a showcase, like a rookie showcase or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, the Tigers are doing good too. We have like a lot of our younger guys who were sent down and brought back up. Torkelson, Keith, Meadows, Malloy. He'd come back up. I think Sweeney was sent down by the Dodgers in the earlier part of the year. I could be wrong. So all those guys coming back up now are doing really good. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see the Tigers doing well. Lions next week. Who do we have next week? I actually didn't look.
Lions schedule.
Here's the upcoming schedule for Bayern Munich.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Bayern Munich Lions. Looking at the schedule.
I got it.
Oh
fuck.
Yeah, notorious for not doing so well against the Seahawks, but this is a game for us to vanquish that rumor or vanquish that trend.
Eugene.
What?
Eugene Smith. Geno Smith.
Oh.
Did you not know that was his first name?
No, I didn't know why you were saying Eugene. But once you said Eugene Smith, I was like, oh, okay. Geno.
Yep. And DK is DeKalin.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah. DeKalin.
Yeah.
He's got. I mean, I don't know. I've met a girl named Kaylin.
I have to.
Yeah, so I mean, it's technically a girl's name with the "d" before it, but not too many guys with a woman's name in professional sports. You have Madison Bumgarner.
Yeah,
that's really the only one I can think of
off the top of my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one's going to be shorter today because it's midnight.
yeah. It's currently 12:08.
And I got work at 5.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and I have class at 8.
So. I got class after I got practice tomorrow.
Damn. Yeah, so now you can see behind how much time are we going?
I was going to cut it at like 45.
Oh, damn. Okay, we actually have more time than I thought we did.
Like, oh, yeah. Dude, this for how long we've been talking, it's felt like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it really has.
We're getting good at our jobs, guys.
Yeah. I mean, that means we're packing more into there's less, like, dull spaces.
Yeah, and it also means that next episode, whenever that is, because...
Yeah, you were talking about making this the studio, but you don't know what your brother has planned with the space.
Yeah, until I figured that out. Well, because I want to... If the space we're in right now, if my brother isn't, like, using it...
That hat. I didn't even see that hat when I was looking around first. Hold on. This is a relic. 2012 Tigers World Series hat. Holy shit.
Oh, I forgot I was alive in 2012.
I still have the hoodie. I have a hoodie that says 2012 World Series on it.
But, yeah, but this, depending on what my brother wants to do with the area, we'll make this the new spot, and I want to fix it up if that's the case, because we can make this place pretty cool.
Yeah, we can make it. Yeah, I mean, when me and your brother and Mitch used to hang out down here, it was he had it looking pretty nice.
Yeah,
it was just the fact that it would get cold down here sometimes because it's in a basement.
Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. Lots of, like we were saying before we rolled the cameras, lots of memories down here of the three of us hanging out.
Yeah. I have lots of memories down here too, hanging out.
Well, oh yeah, shit, you lived here.
Oh yeah, I forgot I live at this house.
Right. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you. We might. You know what? It's currently Monday, so we will have a other episode this week.
Yeah. We will. Well, we could talk about it off camera. Yeah. But yeah.
But I expect another episode this week. Sorry for the late uploads. We finally figured out the fucking audio.
Yeah.
Took forever.
Yeah, it really did.
So hopefully this works. I might have to look at it tomorrow. But